Yeah. Why does it never stay on my starting soon screen? For God's... Hang on, everyone. Hi everyone! Hello. Sorry for the little blip earlier. I've realised why I keep changing to my actual live setting in the middle of my starting soon preparation periods. It is because there is a command when you've got admin powers, and I do. Not whilst I'm live, but I do. And basically if you press F3 and F4 you can change your game mode really quickly, and when you've got, you know, things that are half a server apart, it's easier to use creative mode to travel. But when I do that, when I change my game mode using my shortcut, it changes my scene, because I forgot I had scene hotkeys in OBS, but you know, that explains that. Hi Joe in the chat, I love you too. It would be sick if we hit 50 followers today, but I totally don't expect it, because this isn't like, you know, major stream. This is just a little bit of chill stuff before I go away for the most of the week. There will probably be a stream next week still, but, you know, we'll see, won't we? We will see. And, yeah, so, the fair was interesting. Reginald's preposition is, well, odd to say the least, and a lot. And it's pretty worrying, but I'm sure you'll manage without me whilst I'm gone. It'll be fine. And I'll, like, message you, like, I'm gonna have so much free time, and I will text you, and you can't escape me even for, like, 4 days. But yeah, no, Reginald's proposition is really worrying, but I have decided that I don't give a fuck what men in power say, and I'm going to make my lovely little community garden, and then I'm going to go back to pretending that everything's okay, and that we aren't all going to kill each other to death. So, I found a lovely little koala banner recipe. We're going to make a koala chat, isn't that fun? We love koalas here. What's the fucking recipe? Right, white base. I'm going to need light blue dye, brown dye, light grey dye, brown dye, and light... Okay, I'm going to need dye. That's what we've established. Luckily, I don't know if I can make that joke. I'm going to make it anyway. Luckily, Spawn currently looks like a flower shop ejaculated, so I shouldn't have that much trouble What the fuck is that? There's a new... Oh, there's an axolotl. Is it loot? Did it get free? Yeah, there's a super weird... Is that a blue one, or is that just a white one? Hang on. Bitch. Hang on, this is important. Hey, come here. It is a white one, yeah, okay, well, love that. I love axolotl populations. But there's a boat. Odd. Big boat. Obnoxiously big boat. But it is kind of pretty. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out, guys. I'd also steal flowers. I love crime. What colour do you make white tulip? Isn't it like light grey? Sick! That's what I needed. I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of cocoa beans stored away for this very occasion. Yeah, the boat looks super sick in this texture pack. You're totally right. There's some signs that are still up. Love this little bridge. Very cool. Bob, who the fuck is Bob's? Bob's Base Barge. Love a little bit of oh, it's a shop. Pufferfish, cooked salmon, cooked cod, sponge rental. I don't like the idea of used sponge. What is in these boxes? Nothing. These are some lovely heads though, with absolutely no protection on them, which isn't good because, you know, the head trading market is a very competitive thing. Oh my god, there's more. Dark prismarine, nautilus shells, prismarine bricks, prismarine. Boy howdy. Well, you know, next time I need marine-related items, I guess I know where to go. Oh, look, there's an upper deck. How lovely is that? Fuck, I don't have shears. That's an issue. Hopefully, there are still shears left in the sheep by the chest, in the chest by the sheep. Otherwise, we're gonna have issues. I didn't mean to get mining at some point. Get more iron, get more diamonds, because I'm spending them all on axolotls, and I intend to buy more. Oh, yes, someone did. Good. Right, white wool. Heh. Are you white or are you grey? You're white. Brilliant. Nope, you're orange, you're pink. I hate this sheep pen. It is a violation of so many guidelines. And more than being a violation of guidelines as a sheep pen, it's also a pain to... This mountain really has got bigger. It's interesting. That's really, ow! Really interesting. Because there's only one person who builds the mountain. And that person's been missing for as long as I can remember. Well, I'm sure it's nothing. Time to chop down some wood. Crafting some sticks. Now we're going to run back to the community centre garden. I've been playing too much Stardew Valley, and now everything is community garden, not set. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, there's a crafting table right here. Convenience. I love it. White banner. I also have 2 slime in my inventory because I found some slimes on the floor of a cavern. Decided to annihilate them. Yeah, everything can be a communist centre if we make it so. That is correct, chat. That is correct. Ow. I need to get back to where my loom is, and hopefully where I've stored my cocoa beans for brown dye. Because if I haven't stored them there, then I am a fool. An idiot. A fool, yeah. Chest. Oh, shit. No. No. Pain. Right, what can I do without it? Let me check this recipe. I can do 1 step. I can do 1 step. Whack that in there, whack that in there. I believe it is a... Oh, it's a light blue per fess inverted. Boom. Step 1. Boom. Right, I don't actually know where I've put my cocoa beans, so that's fun. Super fun. Super duper fun. Still, stage lent me some, but I don't know where I put them. My memory's weird. Just another day in the life of being the Price. That's the price you pay for being this cold. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I don't think I'm cool. I saw a game tag. Yeah, I guess Reginald's about. That's cool. Wait, hang on. I've got a really funny idea, chat. Which way he's looking. I don't know which bit his face is. Boo!
Hello, V.
Why didn't you jump? I spooked you.
The things that scare me are far less immediate.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing here?
I wanted to learn from the past. To see what went wrong here and hopefully not recreate it in the future.
Here. As in coffee pot.
Yes, Bess tells me it was not a good time.
Ow. You don't need Bess to tell you that. Anyone who was here can tell you that. But Bess and I, best of all, how are you gonna learn from staring at a pile of gravel? And it's not even the same shape as it used to be. That's the entire point.
Well, most of what I've learned about this place comes from brunch with Bess, but
Oh my god, you two get brunch together. Where do you get
every
brunch?
week
The stock market?
we have brunch over at Novaros.
Yeah, of course you do. Sorry, go on, you were saying something about information.
Do
Don't breathe directly into your communicator, it's very off-putting.
you know how many governments have failed?
Oh, lots of them. I'd hazard a guess, probably a lot of them. This one did.
Stop setting yourself on fire.
I'm not setting myself on fire.
Here. Take these. You don't die.
Thanks, I guess?
Dying is it's painful.
Yeah, I know. I've died a lot since I got here. Do you want to know how many times?
How many times have you died?
6, I think. Half a dozen.
And you're sure that that's not taking a toll?
Have you seen me? Of course it's taking a toll. No one just cares enough to look and see that it does. That's why I've got sick armor now.
Well, I guess your title is Price.
My title? No, that's just my last name. Price. V. Price, that's just my name.
So... What?
What do you mean, what? Do you not have last name? Do you not have a last name?
I have a title.
Okay.
I don't have a last name.
Okay, fancy title having. No, last names, right? So, last names, I guess indicate that you're family. Like, Price was my mother's last name, and now it is my last name.
Why would you take your mother's last name?
Because that's how it works. Last names get handed down. Sometimes you change them when you get married. I'm not gonna ever get married.
What?
Not for me. I'm also perpetually 19. Yeah, no, it's like,
What's marriage?
What? Genuinely, you formed a government and you don't know what marriage is.
No? Is it important?
Well, it depends who you ask. Marriage, right? Okay. So when two people love each other very much, they get married, which means they're like legally bound. It's supposed to be for life. Oh wow, you haven't
Well,
heard of marriage. Wait till you hear about divorce. It's like getting unmarried. But the point is, like, when you're married, like traditionally, right, because, you know, apparently there's a lot of straight people about on other servers. I've never really encountered much of this at all, so, you know, this is things I've vaguely picked up in my, you know, many years of wisdom that I have. Traditionally,
you're still like a child, though.
I'm
You're like
19.
19. Yes, you're a child. You're not fully developed.
I'm. What do you mean fully developed?
Humans fully develop all of their faculties at around age 24 to 26.
Well, shit. Well, you know, maybe that can excuse some of my quirks. No, but the point is, traditionally, if a woman is marrying a man, she will take his last name. It's because people used to consider women property, but women aren't property. I think that's where it comes from. But anyway, sometimes people will stick their surnames together, or sometimes people keep their surnames and have different surnames to their spouse. But yeah, surnames are a family thing. Oh, a lot of surnames come from professions, though. Price doesn't. I don't know where Price comes from, but I don't know much about my family history.
Why would you take your family's legacy over your own?
Oh no, because you make your own legacy. There's nothing that much.
That's exactly what a title is.
What's a title?
My title is Keeper. I am a keeper of knowledge, a keeper of life, a keeper of secrets. That is part of who I am. I can earn more titles.
That's your last name then? Reginald Keeper?
No. Not necessarily, because you can have more than one title. It's uncommon, especially when people live underground for centuries, but it does happen when some of the greatest leaders had more than 10 titles.
That's a lot. That is a preposterous amount of last names.
And you can't just choose a title. Someone an oracle has to give it to you.
This is a lot. What were we even talking about? Yeah, you came here to learn about the history to not repeat it. Reginald Keeper? How are you gonna learn? What do you know? What have you learned?
I learned that from what Bess tells me, Coffee Pot was only as bad as it was because of the former president. Is that true?
Well, I mean, I guess you could put it like that. But, you know, it's a lot of circumstances that really wrap themselves up in each other, so maybe, yeah. I would say he was the root of all of it.
So, why are you so adamant on not taking charge? If he was the cause of it, and you were a victim, why are you not supporting the government?
because government's hurt me. And I've been it's funny, because they're my initials, but I was his vice president. I was his VP. And I think Coffee Pot would have been a lot worse off without me, because of the amount of times I talked him down from sticking an explosive in a neighbour, or building walls around this whole place, or fortifying everything within an inch of its life. And he wanted to start a cryptocurrency, and that didn't work out either. But without me, a lot of those plans would have probably gone ahead. But
So you stopped him. For
not
most
very
of it.
well.
But you tried to stop it.
Yeah, and look what it got me. Look at these scars. I boiled alive for my troubles.
You know, there's a saying that originated long before even my ancestors had built the bunkers.
Oh yeah?
The people who are most qualified to lead are those who do not want to.
Maybe. But I don't want to get wrapped up in another bit of tyranny. As the VP, yeah, I tried to help. Back then, all I ever wanted was to do good by the people around me. By the citizens of Coffee Pot, the 5 of us that it was. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. People died, people suffered, I suffered. Under the president's reign.
Are you a greedy person?
What?
Are you envious of others? Are you greedy?
Those are two different... Envious feels like the wrong word. Jealous, sometimes, maybe. Not in a material sense half the time. But I wouldn't consider myself greedy.
All governments that have failed out of greed.
And what? Because I'm maybe not greedy, you think I'm fit to run for government?
I think you're more qualified than most of the other people on the surface.
I mean, the bar isn't particularly high.
Tell you what. Ask any question about the bunkers, about the old society, and I'll answer as best as I can.
That's... Ow, fuck, you... Ow. Stop putting out the fires, that's my job. That's a hard ask. Come here, let me show you my old apartment. This is all that's left. Quite a nice skylight. Questions are hard. How is you making a government gonna stop your past and my past happening again? Why are you so confident in history that you think that it won't repeat?
I'm hoping that for once we can learn from history instead of repeating it over and over and over and over again.
History repeats itself, and that is why I'm so hesitant to run for the public board. Because I don't want to be trapped again. I don't want to be under the thumb, under the whims of another man in power who thinks he knows what's best for everyone and ends up making things worse. I just want peace. Peace of mind, peace of everyone. Just 5 minutes. And it's hard. Because even I myself am not peaceful. There are people that I hate, people that I love, people that I love and do not like. I have been a part of many wars, and I have killed people. Which isn't going to be fun if there's this whole law thing comes into play, by the way. I don't know if you guys do retroactive trials, but...
Well, you shouldn't be killing people anyway, so...
To be fair, I had good reasons sometimes.
That...
I don't want to go to jail, okay? I've been once. I had a mental breakdown and had to get broken out, but that wasn't even prison. That was just Montresor. I don't know if you ever saw Montresor. You weren't there.
That was the first time I met you.
Fuck, no, you were there. You were there. That was... God, it feels like so long ago.
It's the ship of Theseus.
I'm aware of the paradox. In your mind, what here is our Theseus's ship?
No, when I first met you, there was a conflict between you and the owner of that establishment.
Meg. Yes. Yeah, that was.
And it all came down to this stuff.
Yeah, it's not... There's still a lot of it. Right, I don't even get what Meg was so worried about, and it's not like I ever pulled the lever. That was all Cam. Oh, you hurt yourself last time. Last time I jumped from those cliffs, I didn't put any water down. How much do you know about my community garden?
I know that you are creating it as a place for everyone to rest, to an open space to everyone, no matter who they are.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a place of neutrality, even in times of conflict. It is supposed to be a meeting place of sorts, somewhere that wasn't a coffee pot that people could, I don't know, come and sit and talk. I needed an excuse for Bess to come back from Novaros at least once in a while. Do you know what it was originally supposed to be? Before it was a garden?
I know there is a presidential bunker beneath this.
The remains of. This was supposed to be a floating castle. Fuck. This was supposed to be a floating castle for the president as a way of placating him after I let something slip that I should not have. A way of proving my loyalties. He didn't like it. I never finished it. So, after it all ended, I tore down the walls, replaced the floor with earth, and thought, let's try again.
And that's exactly what I want. Tear down the walls between people and build anew. Build something better.
Look, if people elect me for the public board, if people, not you, no offence, but if people I trust and people who have seen what has gone on elect me for the public board, then I will have no choice but to serve governmentally again, no matter my own thoughts or feelings. And this time I won't make such a mockery of it. But I can't say I like the idea of having a world government. All I want to do is have my peace. I don't like the concept of people breathing down my necks. I don't like the concept of being watched at all times. By some force of law. I have my secrets. I have things I'm working on that aren't for other people to see. And I hope you don't know what I'm talking about.
I have a vague idea as secret project has been thrown about.
Well, yes, I
People
think that
have-
as a title is quite fitting.
I feel like a lot of people have secret projects.
Yeah, mine's just been about since... Do you know what my original plans were after Coffee Pot? Did you know?
No?
We were supposed to blow it up immediately instead of months after, and we were supposed to build a town on the rubble that remained. We were supposed to start anew. But when I wanted to announce that, then was born Novaros, rising from the desert and the savannah. And suddenly I was alone again. Because my one ally through everything didn't want me anymore. Bess had bigger, better things to do, and who was I to get in the way but a child, like you said. So, some of us have had to work on our own second chances ever since. Some of us are still playing catch-up. I still haven't healed from coffee pot. And I don't know if I ever will.
Not to ruin the moment, but I think it would be wise to share something with you that I do not have on my person right now.
Oh?
I need to go grab that real quick.
Okay, well, I'll be here. I would suggest you don't take too long finding whatever it is you need to find. I am easily bored. Do you have any cocoa beans, by the way?
I believe I may have some.
Don't worry about it.
It's not like they normally grow underground. I have returned.
What do you got for me? Con 12. I assume that's what that says.
Contingency beta 12.
That's not beta, that's double S.
That
I believe. No, sorry, I'm getting my symbols mixed up. It looks very close to the double S symbol. Contingency. What does it
What
mean?
that means is that every single bunker administrator will have high administrator access. I don't know how many or how much longer we have until that contingency is activated.
What does it mean?
But
What happens when they've got high
it
administrative
means
power?
that they the High Administrator was a role in the old society that was not only overseeing all of the bunkers, but the entire surface society as well.
Shit.
Normally, this would go to the most qualified person, and only after years of training would they even be eligible to fulfill that role.
It's a bad contingency plan then.
It is, but when that goes in place, the other bunkers will start to venture out like I did.
And
then not all of them may be as some of them may be like the former president.
how do we stop that? Come on, Reginald, you've got all the answers.
I don't, actually. Despite the thought of people abusing that power, we need to set something up before that happens.
Something?
There's a reason why I told you to hold off on exploring the bunker that you found until after the fair. I had been planning about the world government for a while. If we can slow down the hundreds of I fear that some of the only other bunkers that survived are gonna be like the ones below this garden.
Right. Well, we'll figure something out. We'll have to, won't we?
Yes. Like I said, it's not the immediacy I fear, but things.
I think I get that. It's very easy to be afraid.
It is.
There's a lot to be afraid of.
A lot of things that you don't know you should be afraid of.
Yeah. I'm afraid of a lot. That's why I keep a flint and steel in my pocket. Fire doesn't solve everything, or half the time anything. But
Why do you think I carry 3 totems with me?
keep you alive. And thank you for these. I'm sure they'll come in handy.
How painful is death? Because I think I have little bits of iron still stuck in my head.
Death, it's hard to say because it changes every time. Whether you are falling and breaking every bone from your feet up, or you are boiling alive, or you have been shot in the chest 7 times with arrows from your friends, it all hurts different. Some of it hurts worse, but it all hurts. It's like if you had like an injury from childhood and then in the cold weather it tweaks. The scars I have will never go away. They itch sometimes, and it's all I can not to pick at them. And I think death hurts the worst the first time. It is not something that you can ever become numb to, but maybe I'm biased because I boiled, but there's nothing as delusional as pain like that I've ever found. Being that blinded with pain, unable to breathe, drowning and burning at the same time. That was the first time I've heard my mother's voice in 15 years. That was the... I might need to write to Beth. You don't have a spare book and quill on you, do you?
I do.
Shit, thank you very much. Well, I should write this. Sorry, I've had a sudden thought. I think I should take my leave.
I think I should as well.
Have a good day. Stay safe wherever your travels take you.
I just hope everyone can stay safe.
Well, you can hope as much as you'd like. I'll see you around, Reginald.
See you around.
Bye. I need to get this written. I need to get this in the mail. And now I must go to the Navarro's mailbox. So much for getting work done on my community garden, huh, chat? That's okay, I'll finish it another day. It's waited months already, it can wait a little more. This is important. Beth needs to know this. And I think we're on decent terms at the moment, considering I spent so much money on her. Yeah, exactly, chat. Commie garden, law, yes. Here we are, the new and improved Navarro stage. It's grey as hell. Where is the... mail. Please. Oh. Oh, does it actually... Most excellent. That's good. Well, it is here, chat, that I think I'll take my leave this evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I hope everyone had a great time, and I will see you next week. Remember to be wonderful to each other, and goodbye. Thanks for joining me again. Goodbye. Love you too, Joe.